this video I am going to tell you the story of Frozen. So let us start. The kingdom of Arendelle was a busy and happy place, nestled high among the mountains of the far north. At night, the colorful northern lights often lit up the sky in beautiful patterns. A kind king and queen ruled Arendelle. Their young daughters, Elsa and Anna, were the joy of their lives, but the royal couple had a secret worry. Their eldest daughter Elsa had a magical power. She could create snow and freeze things with just one touch. Anna adored her big sister and the two were always together. They loved to have fun in the snowy playgrounds that Elsa created. One night while the girls were playing, Elsa accidentally hit Anna with a blast of icy magic. The king and queen rushed their daughters to the realm of trolls. The trolls were mysterious healers who knew about magic. A wise old troll explained that Anna could be cured, but he also had a warning about Elsa's power. There is beauty in it, but also great danger, he said. She must learn to control it. The troll also changed little Anna's memories so that she wouldn't remember Elsa's power. Elsa struggled to stay in control of her powers at all times. So the king gave her a pair of gloves to hold them back. She decided that to keep Anna safe, it would be best to stay away from her. As the years passed, the girls became more and more like strangers. Then, when the two were teenagers, the king and queen were tragically lost in a storm at sea. The sisters felt sadder and more alone than ever. When Elsa was old enough, she became queen. Guests from far away sailed into Arendelle for the coronation. Anna was excited to meet so many people, especially as a handsome young prince called Hans. Meanwhile, Elsa was still struggling to hide her powers. She just hoped that she could make it through the day without anybody finding out about them. To Elsa's relief, the celebration went exactly as planned. Anna and Prince Hans spent the evening laughing, dancing, and talking. They had so much in common. Everything seemed perfect, so they made a big decision. Anna introduced Hans to Elsa and announced that they were going to be married. Elsa was shocked. "You can't marry a man you have just met," she told Anna. Elsa started to leave the room, but Anna grabbed her hand and accidentally pulled off her sister's glove. An icy blast shot from Elsa's ungloved hand, sending a sheet of ice across the ballroom. Everyone stared in disbelief. Elsa fled the castle, worried that her secret had finally been revealed and terrified that she might hurt someone. Everything around Elsa turned to ice as she ran. She stepped onto the fjord and water froze solid. Ships at the harbor became locked in this ice as she raced towards the mountain in the distance. Elsa climbed up into the mountains and with nobody around to worry about, she let all her power loose. For the first time she felt free. A blizzard whirled around her. She even turned her own dress into a beautiful icy gown. As she neared to the top of the mountain, Elsa created a magnificent shining ice palace. At last she felt like the person she was always meant to be. Elsa's blizzard had covered Arendelle with shame. Arendelle with snow. Anna knew that she had to find Elsa to the land. Plus, she wanted her big sister back now that Elsa's secret was out. They could finally be close again, leaving Hans in charge of the kingdom. Anna rode into the mountains. The storm made the journey difficult too, especially when Anna's horse threw her into the snow. Luckily, she spotted a small building up ahead. The building was a shop for travels. Anna rushed in and immediately gathered up some supplies. A young man named Christoph was also collecting winter supplies. He mentioned that a storm was coming down from the North Mountain. Anna began asking questions. If the storm was on the North Mountain, Elsa would be there too. But Christoph was busy bargaining for supplies. Feeling crowded, he blurted out, "Now back up while I deal with this crook." The insulted shopkeeper threw him out of his shop. Anna found Christoph in the stable where he was singing to his beloved reindeer Sven. She offered to give him the supplies he needed if he took her to find Elsa. Finally, Christoph agreed. "We leave at dawn." "No," said Anna. "We leave right now." They left in Christoph's sledge, but a pack of wolves started to chase them. Anna helped Christoph to fight off the wolves and even managed to save his life. Eventually, Sven was forced to leap across a deep gorge to escape, and the sledge crashed onto the rocks below. Luckily, Anna, Christoph, and Sven were safe. The trio continued into the forest on foot. They soon came across a gorgeous winter scene. Anna was more eager than ever to find Elsa. She had to know more about her sister's amazing power. "I never knew winter cold could be so beautifully," Anna said. "But it's so white," added a voice. "How about some color?" "It was a living snowman. I am Olaf," he said, explaining that Elsa had made him. Anna asked Olaf to lead them to her sister. "We need Elsa to bring back summer." Olaf grinned. "I have always loved the idea of summer," he said, "the warm sun on my face, getting a gorgeous tan, just doing whatever snow does in summer." But Anna and Christoph were thinking the same thing. Summer would not be good for a snowman. The path up the mountain grew more and more difficult. Luckily, Olaf soon found a stairway made of ice leading straight to Elsa's palace. "Wow!" exclaimed Anna in awe as they reached the top. The ice palace was amazing. They approached the front door and Anna knocked. After a moment, the door swung open. Elsa was worried to see Anna. She wanted to return home with her sister, but she knew that everything would be different now that her secret was out. She also remembered how dangerous her powers could be. "I think you should go, Anna," Elsa said. "I'm sorry, it has to be this way." But Anna explained that Arendelle was still frozen. If Elsa stayed away, everyone in the kingdom would freeze. Elsa admitted to Anna that she didn't know how to undo her magic, but Anna was sure that they could work it out together. Elsa knew nobody would ever look at her in the same way again, but Anna didn't understand. Elsa's feeling of anger and frustration overwhelmed her until her powers burst out of her and struck her sister in the heart. Anna refused to leave, feeling certain that she could still help her sister, but Elsa insisted and conjured up a giant snowman to escort Anna outside along with Christoph and Olaf. As they left the palace, Anna threw a snowball at the giant snowman and he decided to chase them. The friends ran until they reached the edge of a cliff and then lowered themselves down the side, but the giant snowman grabbed the rope. Anna did the only thing she could think of. She cut the rope. Luckily, Anna, Christoph and Olaf landed safely in a soft snowdrift down below, but something was wrong with Anna. Her hair was turning white. "What happened back there? What did she do to you?" Christoph asked. When Anna explained that Elsa had struck her with her powers, Christoph knew that just what to do. Night fell as Christoph led Anna and Olaf to the secret realm of the trolls. One of the trolls explained that Elsa's magic had struck ice into Anna's heart, which would cause her to freeze solid by tomorrow. But there was still hope. An act of true love can thaw a frozen heart, the troll said. Thinking quickly, Olaf and Christoph decided to take Anna back home. Surely her true love, Prince Hans, could break the spell with a true love's kiss. Back in Arendelle, Hans had become worried when Anna's horse had returned without her, so he had gathered volunteers to help him find Anna and capture Elsa. When Hans' group arrived at the Ice Palace, Elsa had tried to protect herself, but in the struggle she was hit by falling ice. She was taken back to Arendelle as a prisoner. Christoph and Anna had no idea what had happened at Elsa's Ice Palace. Christoph took Anna to the castle gates at Arendelle and sadly pressed her on over to the servants. The servants built a fire in the library to warm Anna, but she was still getting colder by the minute. Anna was so glad. When Hans arrived, she explained what Elsa's icy blast had done and how his kiss could cure her. Only an act of true love can save me, she told him. Could it be this easy? Hans asked, his smile turning into a sneer. Then he put out the fire with a jug of water. Hans explained that he had only been pretending to be in love with her so that he could rule Arendelle. With Anna really frozen, Hans saw that his dream was within reach. All he had to do now was to get rid of Elsa. You can't, Anna gasped. She collapsed to the floor as the ice spread through her body. Meanwhile, locked in the castle dungeon, all Elsa could think about was getting away from the kingdom to protect everyone from her powers. She was also worried about Anna, but she didn't know that Anna was back in Arendelle too. Elsa became so upset that she lost control of her magic again and froze the dungeon. The ice broke her chains and she escaped. At that same moment, Olaf helped Anna to get in her feet and come outside. The little snowman had realized that Kristoff loved Anna and that his kiss could save her. Anna spotted Kristoff running over to her and she began to move slowly towards him, almost completely frozen, but then she was something else. Hans was about to strike Elsa with his sword. With all of her remaining strength, Anna threw herself in front of Elsa. Hans' sword came down just as Anna's body froze to solid ice. With a loud clang, the blade shattered. Elsa wept as she wrapped her arms round her sister. Then something amazing happened. Anna began to thaw. Elsa, she whispered. You sacrificed yourself for me? Elsa asked. Anna nodded weakly. An act of true love will thaw a frozen heart. Olaf said. With her sacrifice, Anna had helped Elsa to see that love was more powerful than fear. Suddenly, Elsa realized that love was the force that could control her power. She raised her arms, and the ice and snow that covered and Arendelle melted away. With summer restored, the visiting ships sailed away and Arendelle returned to normal. Anna replaced Kristoff's sled and his supplies and he thanked her with a kiss. Elsa created a nice skating rink in the castle and threw open the gates of the kingdom. She never planned to close them again. Everyone had a wonderful time skating with Queen Elsa and Princess Anna. The kingdom of Arendelle was a happy place once more. Thank you.